a mechanical engineer, right? So I take an example of R&D here, research and development. Okay, so R&D as such, it's a bigger game plan, yeah, and there are a lot of cross-functional team working under the R&D. Say for example, you may have the design team, you may have the CAE simulation team, you may have the materials engineering team, you'll have a technical project management or a customer project management team, yeah, and you will also have a team which is specialized on the manufacturing process, and also you'll have a team working on the quality. Yeah. So the main task of this research and development team is to fuel the research and development for the organization. Yeah. So as such, this team is one of the reason to having a competitive product in the market. Yeah, of course, along with the manufacturing. Yeah, and also it is responsible for your future pipeline projects. Okay, so the main goal of an R&D team would also start from the moment the idea is originated, yeah, and then it passes on to the various teams, and then it is delivered to the end customer. Okay, certainly. For example, quality team, yeah, quality it's a team would also have certain quality criteria, or we also in the automotive industry we say it as quality gates. Yeah, so these gates are a go or no go checkpoints wherein we give a green flag or a red flag for a certain idea or a certain project. Yeah, so instead of failing at the end, or instead of doing a analysis of the project or evaluation of the project at the end, you basically have various checkpoints, and at various checkpoints or various stages you see if the process is adhered and the requirement of the customer is fulfilled at each and every stage or not. So this is one of an effective way to reduce your failure. Yeah, certainly for a design engineer, yeah, as a mechanical engineer, if you are in design, yeah, the key skills what you have to know is how you can convert customer requirement, yeah, into a technical requirement. Yeah, so once you have a technical requirement, how you can develop the concepts. So there are various concepts in developing in the concept development, right? You can follow brainstorming, so on and so forth. So and then once you have a lot of concepts, how are you going to select it? Yeah, so here the key skill would also be that you know the CAD tools. Yeah, you know the commercially available CAD tools for that matter. Yeah, and also you know the design calculations. So you know the physics, engineering physics, and you basically use engineering physics. You can do some hand calculations and make a iterative design out of it. So I would say key for a design engineer would be to know the engineering physics, to know the laws, yeah, and CAD competency, yeah, and also a creative competency in terms of generating a lot of new and innovative ideas. Coming to the CI simulation, of course you would again need to know about the physics or the rules of the engineering, yeah, and also the commercially available tools or some openware tools, open source tools, through which you are going to simulate the environment basically. Yeah, so this could be, you could be a stress engineer, yeah, wherein you will be working on the finite element analysis, stress analysis, strain study, or you'll be working on the vibration analysis, or you will be working, if you're a CFD engineer, you'll be working on the fluid dynamics problems, so on and so forth. Yeah, in the material engineering you will be doing research on the materials. So here you may need to know the types of materials, yeah, for which application, which material to be used, what is the strength of materials, yeah, and then what are the types of testing for that particular material. So your end objective is to produce a cost optimized material for your product. Yeah? And then technical project management. Here I think I would also suggest that doing engineering activity is one thing, but then planning and existing it as per the plan, it's key for any project for that matter. So here you could also get some certifications like some project management certifications, which will also help you to walk through the project, to break down the project into equal digestible chunks, and then manage the entire show. Of course, quality team, you would also need to know about various quality procedures and principles, what is required. Each and every organization will have its own quality criteria, will have its own engineering quality guidelines. So you would also be required to know about it. Yeah, one thing would also be like maybe having a Six Sigma green belt, or a Six Sigma certification at whatever stages it is. It could also help you, yeah, if you are someone who would like to work on the quality team. Yeah. And then of course the manufacturing process. When you are in R&D, you should know the basic manufacturing process also. We also call it as design for manufacturing, DFM, which is very important, design for manufacturing. At the end of the day, you make a very nice design, but if it's not in a position, or if it's not be able to manufacture, then I think that's the biggest bottleneck, right? So of course, as a design engineer, you should also know or think through how the design what you have made is going to be manufactured. Yeah, so these are some of the technical skills required by a mechanical engineer if you're working in one of the domains. But certainly there could also be other domains where other than whatever it's not mentioned. So I'm just highlighting some key areas where the mechanical engineers also work. Coming to the manufacturing, yeah, you can either be a CAD engineer, right? So in a CAD engineer, you make use of the commercial tools, and you make the development drawings in the CAD drawings. Yeah. So you would basically need to know the commercially available tools usage. Yeah. How you need to know the different views of drawing, manufacturing drawings, and also the bill of materials, and all these things have to be it's a critical skill for an engineer working in the CAD domain. Of course, you can also work on ergonomics and process planning. So in the process planning, you would also work upon how how the movement of man and machine it is happening. Yeah. So in terms of process planning, you would also try to work on the process optimization. Yeah. So how you can make the process in much streamlined way to manufacture certain products. Yeah. So and how you can also do a motion study, in terms of in terms of studying the motion of a operator working in a industry, right? Can we create more products, or can we increase the throughput by reducing the amount of movements? Yeah, so you would basically need to work on a lot of machine and process planning here. Of course, technical management is key even for manufacturing. Testing or quality. So here you should know the various testing procedures, how we are going to test your product. Yeah, certainly it's not possible to test each and every product coming out of a manufacturing industry. It's okay to test all the prototypes, but it's not possible at all to test all the products manufactured in the industry, right, or in a plant. So that's the reason we select a sample wherein we are going to select only a selected sample out of the entire population. So you should know about statistics, you should know about sampling procedures, yeah, and of course you should also know about various quality criteria. So here this may be the codes, say for example it's ASTM codes or SAE codes for that matter, or it could be the emission codes, or you could also rely on the knowledge bank or the principles, whatever is there in the organization. Yeah. So it's also pretty common for the quality team to have the industry specific or that organization specific quality criteria. Yeah. And then if you're also working as a mechanical engineer in manufacturing, you should also know about the costing in terms of, because the end objective of manufacturing is to produce a component with a good quality, with least cost and on time delivery, again Q, C and D. Yeah. So how do you reduce the cost? Yeah, maybe you automate certain things, or you go for alternative cheaper materials, or you source the raw materials from a different vendor who is offering you at a lower cost, or you reduce your testing, uh, so on and so forth. Yeah. So as such, there is a whole lot of skills whatever I mentioned. It's very critical for a mechanical engineer if you are in manufacturing sector. Okay. Of course, if you are in logistics and supply chain, right, it's also very crucial to know some techniques like just in time. Yeah. So I think Toyota, or in Japan we had this culture of having the benchmark or trend set for increasing the productivity. Yeah. Certainly there are techniques like just in time, wherein you bring the raw materials one just in time. Yeah. For the production, you do not stack up your raw materials well in advance. Yeah. So these are some of the skills which are again required, but certainly not to forget the technical project management skills, which will again amalgamate the entire work plan, and basically it gives you a purpose,